What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to SoCal Exploring. My name is Scott, and you are watching the channel for the #1 stop for theme park updates and haunt attraction news. Today, we are going to be talking about our most favorite facades at Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 2019, breaking them down from least favorite to most favorite, and talking about what we like about them the most. Make sure to keep up to date with our social media if you aren't already, at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter. Click that subscribe button if you want to see more HHN related content and theme park content in general with those bell notifications on. And lastly, visit our website SoCalExploring.com for more detailed theme park updates and haunt attraction news. Keep in mind, with this list, I'm not including Stranger Things because Stranger Things does not have a facade at all. You literally walk into the soundstage and it's just a TV screen with the Stranger Things intro playing, so there's really no facade for it at all, nor is there when you walk into the inside like there was last year with kind of the Hawkins Lab facade. But this year there's no facade at all, so that won't be included in our list. So we have 8 different facades to talk about and break down, starting with number 8, which is the Curse of Pandora's Box. I really do enjoy this facade, and I think it fits well to what they're trying to pull off with the storyline, which is the fact of it's an old antique shop and such, and it's more of a modernized city. Although I thought that we were going to see like more of a city background behind it, and then the antique shop in the middle of it. Then again, it could have just been what they released in the press release, the way that they were going to bring up the story. But I was slightly disappointed with the facade of Pandora's Box. It still looks great, and I still like seeing the entrance sign of it, how it's on the actual facade. However, I was not very impressed by it. It's kind of small. During construction, I had high hopes for it because it looked like it was going to get a lot of detail, but unfortunately, I don't like it that much. However, my favorite thing about it is how it still stays true to that old antique feel, like as if you were going into a small antique shop. So I think that's a really cool, and that's my favorite part about the Curse of Pandora's Box facade, coming in at number 8. Number 7 is the Frankenstein meets the Wolfman facade, this kind of gypsy camp feel facade. I personally did not like this at first when I saw it being constructed and everything, and when I went on fan preview night, but the more I look at it, the more I go and see it in person, I really do enjoy it. I think it's a nice facade. It's simple. I mean, what else could they have really done? They could have done, I don't know, Frankenstein's castle. That could have been a thing, but they wanted to tell the story of how the Wolfman came to be and kind of tie into that gypsy camp feel of it. So I really do enjoy it. The more that I think about it, the more that I think about what the storyline is and such, and how we approach the beginning of the maze. I really do enjoy it, and like I said, it's one of those ones that just kind of grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but now I really do enjoy it. I think it's a beautiful facade, and it ties into the theme of the maze very well. My favorite part about it is just the small size of it. Like, it's very compact. I really like how it's a much more of a shorter facade than anything. It's kind of cute in a way. I don't really like to use the term cute with haunts, but I kind of like it. I kind of like how small it is and how simple it is. So that comes in for Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. That facade comes in at number 7. Number 6 goes to House of 1,000 Corpses, Captain Spaulding's Museum of Monsters and Madmen. I think this facade's great. I really do enjoy it. I mean, they really couldn't make a very, very large scale facade for it, since in the location that it's at, in the Waterworld location, that's more of a tight location. So with what they did, I'm very impressed by it. I really like it. Stays true to the movie and such. And not only that, this is one of those mazes that we get to see 2 facades, both the Firefly family house and the Captain Spaulding's museum. So I really, really enjoy it. I think that it's nice. It's simple. It's not extremely detailed, but it has all the detail that needs to be in it and what they could fit in that Waterworld location. My favorite part about it is just seeing it in general. Honestly, like, there's no particular favorite part about this facade. I just like seeing it in general because being immersed in this movie that I really, really do enjoy, it feels cool to see it in person and step foot into Captain Spaulding's museum yourself. Adds a lot of theming to it, and I'm just happy that it came out very nice. From every inch of it, it just has the detail of the museum. That is why House of 1,000 Corpses Facade comes in at number 6. Number 5 goes to Holidays in Hell, another one that I try not to like because it's just a flat rectangle, but honestly I have to say the art's beautiful. The art is beautiful on the Holidays in Hell facade, and it's simple. I mean, what else could they have done with the Holidays in Hell facade? So I think that Murdy did a great job at approaching his, I forget whose name was it that did the art, but did a great job at approaching him and saying this is what I want, and they delivered very good. The art is beautiful, and I like that there's a projection effect on it just to bring the facade a little bit more to life, and once it's all lit up at night and everything, it looks even better. Overall, I think this facade is beautiful. My favorite part about the facade is the projection. I think it just brings the whole facade together and makes it glow even more, and like I said, bring it more to life, and that is why the Holidays in Hell facade comes in at my number 5. Number 4 goes to Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Now with Killer Clowns from Outer Space, when all of us were speculating on it, I know it was going to come and such because we saw that circus tent, I was like, wow, that circus tent, it's just going to be the circus tent, like, why? You know, why is it just going to be the circus tent? It should be a little bit more like the funhouse or some stuff like that. But honestly, they pulled it off very good because there's projections on the circus tent, or the spaceship, the clown spaceship, and there's trees around it and such, and they're trying to capture the essence of the first scene in the movie. So that's cool because they have a live actor out there, and he's looking for his Pooh Bear, his dog. It's really neat to see that kind of pre-show type of feel to it. And I think overall, just the whole facade with the trees and such and the live actor out there brings it all together. My definitely favorite part is the projections of the Killer Clowns on it. I really like seeing that. It adds an effect to where as if like you're looking at it and you're like, wow, we're about to encounter some Killer Clowns in there as we enter the maze. I really like that, and overall I just think that the facade is a very beautiful facade. I think it came together perfectly, and overall, I mean, you guys know Killer Clowns from Outer Space is my favorite maze at the event this year, and this facade is it just makes it more of my favorite maze, seeing it and being fully immersed into the movie. Number 3 goes to Jordan Peele's Us. I was kind of hesitant about this because from construction it looked like it was just gonna look cheesy and such, but honestly I really like it. I think it came out very good, and it's actually very big. It's a very large facade is what I've noticed. The more that I go through it and the more that I see it in person, it's a very large facade, and I think that it looks very nice. I don't really have a favorite part about this one. I think just I like the facade in general, but I don't really have a favorite part about it. Overall, it's just very scenically beautiful, and I think that it stays true to the movie. And not only that, we get to see 2 facades. We get to see this one, and towards the end of it we get to see the Merlin's Forest facade. It's much more compact and such, but I think that they did a great job at compacting it and still putting it in there. Although I must say this, I think that I like the Merlin's Forest facade a little bit better than the one on the outside. That's just my personal opinion, but I kind of like the Merlin's Forest one a little bit better, which we see on the inside of the maze as opposed to the outside of the maze. Number 2 goes to Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is the biggest facade this year, hands down. I mean, that firehouse is huge. I would have liked to see the Ecto-1 instead of the taxi cab. In my personal opinion, you can see the Ecto-1 inside, kind of underneath the firehouse facade, which is just kind of like it looks like kind of a cardboard cutout, but I would have liked to see a more full version of it. In my personal opinion, I think that would have brought it more to life. Although the firehouse facade is huge and extremely detailed, this is one of the biggest HHN facades I've ever seen, and for that reason that's why it's at my number 2, because of how large it is. And it just overall on the outside they're playing the Ghostbusters music and it all ties it in together and such. But like I said, the only reason that it's not at number 1 is because we don't get to see the Ecto-1, and that's the only reason why it's not at number 1, because a lot of people will have this at their favorite facade, but the only reason it's not at my number 1 is because we don't get to see the Ecto-1, which is unfortunate because it would have been perfect. It would have tied the whole thing together. But overall, it's still my number 2. It's still a very, very good facade, and it's a very large facade. I mean, this thing is massive. You have to see it in person to honestly get the full, or be immersed in the full essence of how large this facade is. But my number one favorite facade of this year's event is Creepshow. Creepshow, it's just the whole comic book concept of it, the whole facade of it, and the whole front of the comic book. It's just so good. It looks neat. The audio playing in the background of John Murdy's voice is very amazing, and the projection effects that happen literally like every 15 seconds with the lightning striking adds just such a cool effect to it. I think that's so neat that it goes on throughout the night, and it's very cool. It's such a beautiful facade. I love this one so much. Words can't even describe how great it is. And overall, it fits in the theme of you going into the comic book and seeing the comic book stuff on the walls of the maze and meeting the creep and such, and then going into the different stories. So the facade sets it up perfectly for you to be fully immersed into the maze, and I think that's one of the greatest things about it. My favorite part about this facade is seeing the lighting effects. Very neat. Like I said, they go off like every 15 seconds, and it's just amazing to me that they go on all night, every single night. It's just so cool, and I really love seeing the Creepshow facade, and it's a beautiful facade to take pictures of as well. But that is my number one favorite facade of Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 2019. Let me know your list down below in the comment section, what your favorite facade was and what your favorite thing about that facade was down in the comment section below. If you agree or you disagree with me, I'd like to see your guys' list down below. Make sure to keep up to date with our social media at SoCalExploring Media on Instagram and at SoCalExploring on Twitter, and click that subscribe button if you want to see more HHN related content and theme park content with those bell notifications on. Lastly, visit our website SoCalExploring.com for more detailed theme park updates and haunted attraction news. I have been Scott, and you have been watching SoCal Exploring. Positivity is key. Stay spooky, everybody, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace.